Everybody, and welcome to Sports Central. I'm Mark Jackson, and this is the 400th. 400? That's a new way to say it. There we go. With me, Gerald Richardson, my co-host today, and Gerald, what an honor to be here for the 400th show. There we go.
Yeah.
And there's so much water, so to speak, over the dam. And we have had a plethora of superstars at the professional level, the amateur level. It just goes on and on about the importance of sports, first of all, to the state of Florida. It's our number 2 industry. Second only to tourism, which is just rocking right now here in the state. And thanks so much to the leadership we have at the state level for making that happen and ensuring that sports was really one of the first things that, the first thing that sort of came out of the pandemic, came out of the lockdowns and all this type of stuff. And, moms and dads, get those kids out on the ball fields, even moms and dads. No, enough's enough. We're getting out there, we're going after it. So huge economic engine, but more importantly, it does such an unbelievable job of bolstering the social climate here in Central Florida's Polk County. It is, it's a character builder. We just in the midst of the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, and it's the one event in the entire planet. Well, there's 2, Summer and Winter Games, that bring all the countries of this globally for one common good.
Yeah.
There's no other thing that does that. Yeah. And so we certainly count our blessings. Hopefully you're going to be counting your blessings after this show is over. We really have some great folks. And Gerald, speaking of great folks, we have some folks to thank.
Yeah, our segment sponsor for this first segment, our friends over at the Hampton Inn here in Bartow. Great hotel right here in the town of Bartow.
Absolutely. Well, most of us played sports in high school and then went to college and played sports or went beyond and into the pros and so on and so forth. But, I was Gerald, in high school, I wrestled. I wasn't tall enough to play basketball, but, I was, but it just didn't work out that way. So I went into wrestling. So it's kind of cool for me to be able to introduce our first guest, and that's Travis Patrick, who's the new head coach of Southeastern University. And welcome to the show, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, it's of course it really gets ramped up after the summer games. Gymnastics does, all these other sports. People in those particular sports disciplines all tell me that their membership skyrockets after the Olympics, the summer games. You originally came from the state of Washington, and went to college, wrestled at the high school, at the collegiate level. I mean, that's pretty good. But your track record as a coach is impressive. I mean, wow. You started out in California and then to Arizona, and before you came here to beautiful Central Florida's Polk County.
Right. Yeah.
So that ride was impressive. It had to be.
Yeah.
As an athlete and then moving into the coaching ranks.
Yeah, God's been good to me. I've been blessed to be where I am now and had a lot of great mentors along the way, from my college coach to my first boss over at Menlo College, and kind of teach me the ropes, and have my opportunity at Arizona Christian to kind of be at the helm of my own program and build that up. And Drew Watson, AD here at Southeastern, gave me the opportunity to come and step into the head role here of this program. So I'm definitely grateful for a lot of people in my life.
Wonderful. Yeah, I know you were previously at Arizona Christian, and I think you actually started that program there.
Yeah, that's right.
And now you've moved here to Southeastern and not started the program, but taken over a relatively new program. What is it about obviously coming from Arizona Christian and starting a brand new team and so forth, and now coming here, that you find that you can be able to transition to here and help kind of get this program going? Obviously, I say get it going. You guys are actually 7th in the nation.
Yeah.
But what is it about a new program that you really love to kind of get in there and put your hands on?
For sure, and that was always kind of a goal and dream of mine to start up a program. So that was really a dream come true with Arizona Christian.
Yeah.
That was a great spot to start. I'm grateful for that time. You learn a lot, right? Being an assistant coach, you see a lot of things, you think you know a lot of things, and then when you step into the head role, it's for real. So that opportunity to kind of learn and make some mistakes and grow during that time definitely brought a lot of those lessons here, just kind of different coaching styles and philosophies, and some of the adversity during those first couple years at Arizona Christian that have helped me in this role.
Wonderful.
Travis, tell us a little bit about, you're coming in right now, you're sitting at 12-3.
Yeah.
12-3, your first year as a head coach. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's like Matt LaFleur of the Packers. I mean, he makes it to the NFC playoff. Every year since he started. So that's a pretty strong record for a wrestling coach to come in and to a relatively new program and go 12-3. I didn't know this, but Gerald said you're ranked 17th in the country.
Seventh, yeah.
7th in the country.
Yeah.
Well, I'm deaf in this ear and I can't hear out of this one. So anyway, you have to bear with that. How did you do it? I mean, that's just incredible. It was a record last year, and tell us about how do you got to 12-3?
Yeah, I mean,
to me that's incredible.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a testament to the coaching staff that I have, the support that we have at Southeastern, and the guys we have in the program. I think you can't do that without the right depth. Mm-hmm. So we have guys, whether they're in our 12 that are going to conference this weekend or not, we have a lot of guys that have been able to step up and perform, and that's huge. When we have guys banged up, we just need to be able to rest guys so we can put anybody in the lineup and they can go out and get it done. So I think that's been huge on our way to 12-3. Obviously, it's never fun to lose duels, but I think we learned a lot through those couple losses that'll help us this weekend.
Yeah. In fact, where's the tournament this weekend?
Yeah, we're hosting it for the second year in a row. So we'll have the Mid-South, South Division Conference. So 5 teams, including the returning national champs, Life University, will be down here on Saturday on the campus here in Lakeland.
Yeah, with conference coming up this weekend, what are you guys doing to prepare for that? I know you got some, and you can speak of successes, but I know, a previous national champ from last year with Andreas Bond.
Yeah.
But what, going into conferences tomorrow and then even leading from there, national champions there at the beginning of March, what is your team doing to prepare for that, and what does it look like going into these conference?
Yeah. This last week and really the last couple weeks is just about fine-tuning. The work has been put in from August when they got here until now, with preseason into the early parts of the season. So now it's just sharpening. And that's what we talk to guys about. Just focus on where we're good, focus on ourselves and getting ourselves ready to go. We don't need to be worried about who we're stepping out there against, just preparing ourselves and focus on the 12 guys that we have. It helps, having somebody like Bond, who's a returning national champ that's been there before and done it. And we got Isaac Crow, who's a returning All-American, a couple other guys that are returning national qualifiers. We had another guy on the team, Sal Silva, that was a junior college national champ last year. So we have a lot of guys that have competed and wrestled at a high level. So the expectation is high going into postseason for us.
Well, a lot of our viewers are not as familiar with high school, or in your case, college wrestling or even Olympic wrestling. Explain a little bit about a match. So how many periods, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, it can definitely be foreign to somebody who hasn't seen it before. So there's a certain amount of education that comes with being a wrestling coach as well. You got to kind of help the fans understand it. So there's 3 periods in a wrestling match. First period in college is 3 minutes. That's a big difference from high school to college. High school is just 3 2-minute periods, and college is a 3-minute first period and then 2 2-minute periods. So first period, you're starting on your feet. So takedown's worth 2 points. So anytime you're both on your feet and then one guy takes the other guy down to the mat, it's 2 points. So escape's worth 1. Turn a guy to his back, depending on how long he's held there. It's you got some swipes for back points, and then end in the match. Best way is to put him on his back, hold him there, and finish off the match.
Yeah, wonderful. What going a little bit back to you? Obviously, as we mentioned there, you were in Washington State and then moved over to Arizona, and now to Lakeland. Little further from the West Coast there, where you've been. What is it that that drew you here to Polk County and coming to Lakeland to like I say, to go from one side of the U.S. to the other? What is it that drew you to Polk County?
Yeah, my wife and I love the Lakeland area. So I think just the environment of Lakeland drew us here, but obviously Southeastern and the community there. Like I said, Drew Watson is a terrific boss to work for, and he was a huge part in bringing us over here. Chris Owen, the list goes on, President Engel there at Southeastern. So I think just the family atmosphere and the fact that the people in the athletic department and at the school in general want to do things at a high level. So that's something that's really important to me and our program. But yeah, for us too, I mean, me and my wife, we don't have kids yet, so it's a new adventure. You know, we enjoyed our time in Arizona, but we felt like this was a good step for us early in our marriage, and we're loving it here so far.
Wonderful.
Well, there's a guy that is on the athletic staff at Southeastern. I think you've probably met him already. His name is Mike Centeni.
Yeah.
He was a state champion in Wisconsin. He was from Baraboo,
Yep.
Wisconsin. In fact, I own a farm about 17 miles from where Mike grew up. Has he stepped in to offer you any assistant coaching help? I mean, the guy's good.
Yeah.
Was good.
Yeah, he definitely knows his stuff. And, you know, he hasn't gone on the mat with us or anything, but, yeah, he comes by all the time, and we'll talk wrestling. And so, I mean, that guy loves wrestling. He's been a huge asset in that way. And we'll do a Mindset Monday, start off our week before practice with our guys. And so he actually came in Monday to share with our guys going into conference week, and that was a huge benefit for us this week.
And just having that environment where you have people that have either wrestled before, real supportive of wrestling. Are you getting the support, and I apologize for jumping on Gerald here, but are you getting the support you think at the college and the community to really take it? I mean, you're ranked 7th now, but to really take it to the top level.
Yeah, I believe so. I think anything like that takes time. So we have work to do to close that gap between 7 where we're sitting now and the top spot. So just continuing to recruit the right guys that fit our culture and want to do things the right way. But I think between our administration and the coaches I have on staff, I think that we can continue to put those pieces in place.
Wonderful. Speaking of community, you guys have an event coming up that kind of helps the program there at Southeastern, Red, Black, and Boom. You talk a little bit about that and share what that is for guests that may want to help out.
Yeah, and engaging the community is something that's really big for me and our program as well. I think for us to have success, it's important that the Lakeland community and the Polk County area is involved in our program. So the Red, Black, and Boom is a great opportunity for our program and the university to kind of engage in a little bit different way, get outside and for our guys to be able to be there and just kind of talk with people in the community and for them to get to know what our program's really about face to face without having to even come to a duel or watch a practice. So so next weekend, next Saturday 26th, we'll be at Ten Rock shooting range. We'll be doing a clay shoot. So that'll start in the morning, and then there'll be raffle and awards that'll go on at lunchtime, and so that's going to be a catered barbecue that's just, from what I've heard, is phenomenal food. So this will be my first time experiencing it. It'll be my first year here, but I'm excited for that part as well.
Yeah, it's supposed to be beautiful as well. Well, Travis, thanks so much, and best of luck. Let's see it go from 7 to number 1, and under your leadership, it sounds like you guys are well on your way. So, thanks a million for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet. Well, part of our 400th segment of Sports Central promised that we're going to have some highlights from some of the superstars that have joined us over the years. This next little mini segment, Jack Nicklaus, you're going to recognize him. Did I say Jack Nicklaus? I sure did. Andy Bean, this is the golf segment, and we have other superstars that are involved in some other celebrity golf events that Polk County Tourism and Sports Marketing has hosted over the years. Check it out, everybody. Gerald and Mark will be back with more Sports Central right after this.